selling a house held in a trust? Here's the full process step by step. If you've been named trustee of a trust that owns real estate, you're probably getting conflicting advice. Some people are telling you it works like a probate. It doesn't. In this video, I'm walking you through exactly how a trust sale works in California, what your responsibilities are as a trustee, and where most trustees get stuck. First, the good news. If you're the successor trustee, you generally don't need court approval to sell real property. That authority comes directly from the trust document itself, not from a judge. This is the single biggest difference from probate, where an executor often needs court confirmation. As trustee, once you've established your authority, usually with a certificate of trust and the death certificate, you can move forward with a sale without a confirmation hearing. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no oversight. As trustee, you have a fiduciary duty to every beneficiary named in the trust. That means you're legally required to sell for fair market value, keep clear records of the process, and treat all beneficiaries impartially. This matters most when there's a temptation to sell quickly to a family member or a friend at a discount. Even with good intentions, that can expose you to a legal challenge from other beneficiaries on down the road. Getting a professional appraisal or a solid comparative market analysis before you price the home, it protects you here. Here's where a lot of trustees, they get stuck. Once the trust becomes irrevocable, which typically happens after the person who created it passes away, the trust needs its own EIN or employee identification number from the IRS. You can't use the deceased personal Social Security number anymore. The EIN is what title and escrow will need to process the sale. You can apply for it online, and it only takes several minutes. Depending on how many beneficiaries are named and depending on the trust terms, you may be required to formally notify them of the sale, or at a minimum, keep them reasonably informed. Even where it's not strictly required, I always recommend it. Beneficiaries who feel informed rarely cause problems, but beneficiaries who find out about a sale after the fact, they often do, even if everything was handled correctly. From here, the actual sales process looks a lot like a traditional listing. Pricing the home, marketing, reviewing offers. Most trust-owned homes sell as is, since a trustee usually isn't living in the property and isn't in a position to invest in repairs on behalf of the beneficiaries. Working with an agent who specifically understands trust sale matters here, the disclosures, the paperwork, and the conversations with the beneficiaries are different from a standard resale. If you're a trustee dealing with a property sale right now, this can feel like a lot to manage on top of everything else. I've handled trust sales throughout Orange County and LA County and the surrounding areas, and I can walk you through exactly what order to do things in. Drop a comment or send me a message, and I'll help you figure out the next step.